Holy shit! Wait a minute now.
Yeah, dude, in combination, this is a fragile guy. And the thing about 80-year-olds falling, even though he got up quickly and looked okay-ish, it somehow falls they hit different because he's
you can see his bulletproof vest under his jacket.
I
wonder if he's got like a. I wonder if he's got like the coolest bulletproof vest that can be made. Like he's got some sort of technology that would be way too expensive to mass produce, but you can make one for the president because it's the president.
Sure, you can make it.
He's got like 15 or 20 of those limos, those that they call the Beast.
The Beast, yeah.
I
saw like the blown out schematic of that thing, and it was very, very cool.
Yeah, you ever see the door? How thick it is?
It's a little overkill, maybe too much.
I remember Obama in particular. He was like holding the door or by the door, and the door is as thick as a man, like a man's torso. Like you could crawl inside of that door if it weren't full of armor.
That's what's in there.
Yeah, of some kind. There's something in there. They're not keeping candy in there. I bet Trump was like, we could lose some of that armor. We could keep a whole bucket of KFC in here.
I mean, that's got to be such a bummer to go from riding around in that thing back to regular rich.
Dude, no, I disagree. I think the White House, everything I've ever heard about the White House and the residence it's an asbestos-filled hellhole. Like, not literally asbestos, but it's old government housing. Yeah. Like, it's a shitty-ass building you don't want to live in, especially if you're Trump, right?
Yeah. I had a boss that was
Air Force One's cool.
In construction, and he would meet with senators and shit because I guess that's just fucking how construction goes. And he was telling me that like it's just unimpressive old government offices. He's like, it's exactly what you'd think. Here I am, like I don't really have much experience with old government offices. Like, just like probably the senators I know, but yeah, it's kind of unimpressive old buildings.
Air Force One, on the other hand, is like the opposite. It's the tip top of technology. Well, any plane the president is Air Force One technically, but the big fucking plane. There was a part in The West Wing where the president's trying to hire a new secretary, and she's worked for like a prince, a duke, a king, like a 3 prime ministers, and she's just not impressed by the president of the United States at all. And he's like, "What do you think of the plane?" He's like, "It's fine. It's a little better than fine. It has 3 bedrooms and a surgery galley." He goes, "Isn't that nice?" She's just so dull about the whole thing, not impressed at all. I was like, "Does it really?" It's like, yeah,
you know what else it has?
Surgery galley.
A brig. And then you throw her in there until she's impressed by your sweet plane.
You're right, movie, Kyle. I'm looking at pictures of the inside of Air Force One. I was told, and this is old information, it might not even be the current one, that it wasn't that neat, that other private jets were cooler because it was kind of like a flying office meant to get work done and stuff. But as I'm looking at pictures, maybe I'm just not accustomed to private airplanes, but it looks pretty nice. It's
also capable of, operating a nuclear global war from the air continuously for weeks at a time. I mean, that thing's amazing.
Really?
I bet it can refuel mid. I'm almost positive it can refuel midair.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. It can stay in the air indefinitely.
Oh,
they just refuel it. Yeah.
Yeah. But you can do that with most planes, right?
Food? That's a good question. I'm sure they can like.
Can they load it like they do fuel?
Well, they've got that whole like very phallic like interface for fuel where the fuel tanker's in front and it dangles that elephant trunk thing. But how would you get food to them if they did need to be up there for? They don't have extra food. I don't think they have any.
I once saw a guy with a wingsuit go from one plane to the other. Maybe there's a plan in there somewhere.
Yeah, right, but trip one engines. Of 700.
All right, I got you a muffin.
Yeah,
Steve's coming behind me.
I think the idea is
the muffin stump. It's all blown away.
It could fly anywhere on the planet, so they could find somewhere to land to get food. But yeah, that's the coolest thing the president has access to. I bet there's some neat bunkers. I bet they've got such cool underground stuff.
Al Gore said that. They asked him what the coolest part of being in the West Wing was, and he's like, Air Force One. Air Force One is the coolest part.
I imagine.
Yeah,
he probably couldn't talk about the really cool bunkers they have.
I bet there's lots. I heard that there's a bunker under Greenland that we have, but I think we have installations everywhere.
The White House has a bowling alley. I'm almost positive.
Why not? Yeah. It doesn't seem like that much of an extravagance if you really think about it.
Right? on one hand it is, and then you're like, oh, it's 2 lanes, and people who like bowling and are rich could do that.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
I feel
if you
Lyndon
have the real
Johnson had
estate,
that put in, and he was stoked on it, and now it's just there or something. Like,
yeah. There's no way Obama went down there. He's wanting to shoot some hoops and smoke some cigs outside.
you don't think that Trump and Obama and Biden are knocking down some pins in the?
Oh, look at that! Actually, that's
actually, I
nobody goes
expected
there.
more than 1 lane.
Yeah. I can't imagine. I just can't imagine anybody's going down there.
It's so presidential, though.
If I were president, I'd have that converted into like a hockey shooting gallery.
I don't know. If you told me that this was your, if you told me this was your your
and all my
uncle's
Secret
fucking
Service
alley,
agents would have to play goalie when I told them to.
You joke, but that
Hey, you're goalie now. It's like
you
I fucking
could
hate this
absolutely
president.
manufacture that. If you were president, you could be the guy. Like, look, you want to be on my detail? You got to be able to skate. That's all I ask.
Yeah. President Taylor once again invites the St. Louis Blues to the White House, and we're having nothing to do with the winners of the cup. And he's
You're gonna do that Vladimir Putin thing and like make them like eat shit while you skate around.
I like
shakily.
force by force. I naturalize like Alex Ovechkin, Evgeny Malkin, Sidney Crosby. They're Americans now. It doesn't matter that they were Russian and Canadian. They're ours now. Good luck getting back to Canada. Yeah, you're on Team America now. The best.
You could, as president, you could like trade them for some prisoner. You could do it'd be the first time you did a prisoner exchange for a sports sports star.
We'll give you this arms dealer if
I'm gonna give you
Ovechkin
3
plays.
terrorists,
please just bring
an
Ovechkin back.
oligarch and a spy. But I get
Russian?
Ovechkin.
Like, Mr. President, 15 terrorists, and he's the all-time goal-scoring leader.
No,
And
he's not.
we need
That's
he's
Gretzky.
close to it. He's close by this point. By the time I'm president, he will be the all-time goal-scoring leader.
How close are you to 35?